Hey guys, welcome back to episode 17 of the CLG Faithful Podcast. I am your host today, Artrin. Normally we have Nefarious here as well, however he is out enjoying his Memorial Day, and I am a Canadian, so instead of Memorial Day, I had Victoria Day last week. Anyways guys, this week there's no League of Legends stuff, aside from a couple little videos that they posted on their Facebook. You should just go check it out on their Facebook page, CLG Gaming, or the CLG League of Legends as well. They're pretty good. There's one where they shoot each other with like Nerf darts. It's pretty fun. Anyways, we'll start off with some other CLG news. Happy birthday to the Overwatch coach Cuddles. As well, CLG is looking to hire an admin assistant. So if you know anyone or yourself, tell them to go check it out. That could be pretty sweet if they want to work in good old esports. Anyways, since there is no League of Legends news really to come out, we're going to jump right into CSGO. And a blue team was playing yet again in the ECS, not to be confused with the EPL, which is run by Pro League, the EPL Pro League. Nope, totally different. That confuses me all the time. Anyways, they played SK to start, and on map 1 they played Overpass. So the last time that we faced SK, which was in the EPL, we actually beat them 2-0. SK is considered one of the top teams in CSGO right now, so that's not too bad when we beat them 2-0. It was extremely also unexpected, that last one, so let's hope we can do some stuff with the boys. Overpass really started off close, with SK kind of just squeaking out the win, and from there they took 2 rounds as well. Or they took the second round, sorry. CLG bought finally for the third round and ended up taking round 3 with 2 guys remaining. Round 4 was also really clean for CLG, detonating the bomb and having SK save 2 members. Pretty back and forth from that point on though, CLG edging just above, taking the first half 9-6. However, Overpass is really T-sided, and CLG squeaked a win out in round 19. Unfortunately, SK basically takes the cake with the rest of the map and wins it 16-10. Map 2 was on Cash. They had a really good start for CLG, taking it 3-2 by round 6. SK fought back though, and at round 12, it was 7-4 for SK. By half, it was 9-6 SK. CLG did take the second pistol round though, and in round 17, Kusta actually gets a sweet Kobe, which for those not into CSGO as much, that is a high explosive grenade kill when you lob it off, kind of like Kobe Bryant, I assume is what they're going with there. And that allows them to push in and actually take the round. CLG claws right back, and by round 20, it was 10-9 for CLG. Round 30, CLG is up 15-14. It's a 2v1. Ethan, though, is super lit. Kusta's hovering around on Heaven. Full HP, but he's got his op. Fur is actually hiding underneath Heaven and sees Ethan, takes him out. Kusta decides to drop off Heaven. I don't really know why he would do that. I would have switched to pistol probably, but he attempts the no-scope, but Fur was ready for him to drop down and shoots him. Makes it 15-15. CLG just took SK to overtime. Not bad. Unfortunately, CLG just can't find a break in OT and drop every single round to SK, and SK takes it 19-15. But you have to say, though, that was a pretty solid round for CLG against one of the top teams in CSGO, like entirely. SK stomps international tournaments. So, pretty good for CLG. Then they also played Immortals this couple days later. Map 1 was Cobblestone, and I really don't know what to say. Man, Ethan had a fine game, but we got destroyed 4-16. I didn't even bother watching it when I saw that score. I'm sorry. Map 2 was Mirage, though. Much better play by the boys. By half, it was even 8-7 for Immortals. CLG did put in a good second half, though, but Immortals just had a better CT side and took it 16-13. That's all the CSGO news we have for you this week, so we're going to move on to Overwatch, which ended up having the VoiDKAT Memorial Day Rumble going on, and CLG was at that. They will start off with the group stages here. It was a best of 3, and it was versus the Toronto Esports. Map 1 was Kings Row, and CLG took this map 4 checkpoints to 3. Map 2 was Lijiang Tower. Toronto Esports took round 1, but CLG crushed them in rounds 2 to 4, taking Map 2 in the game. Versus Renegades, again, which was their... So they had to basically win 2 of 3 of these matches in order to kind of get in. And so versus Renegades, Map 1 was Nepal. Renegades took the first 2 rounds, and then CLG on round 3 took 27%, but Renegades came back and took 100% and took the map. Map 2 was Kings Row. This was pretty close, but made it to 2 checkpoints. Both of them, made it to 2 checkpoints. CLG pushed it to 60.2 meters, but with 2 minutes 46 seconds left in the second half, RNG had already pushed the cart to 6.22 meters and instantly get the win. So that kind of sucked. So it puts them at 1-1. And then they came up against Vice, who ended up forfeiting the match. So no games were played, and CLG gets an automatic win by default. Not exactly what I'd want to see. I mean, I'd like to see the games play out, even if they knew they were going to get crushed by CLG. But whatever, that's fine. So that means that CLG ends up making it into the playoffs of the VoiDKAT Memorial Day Rumble, which was held, that was on Saturday. Now it's on Sunday is the playoff schedule. And against Cloud9, Map 1 is Lijiang Tower. CLG took the first round, but C9 ended up stomping rounds 2 to 4 and took the map. Map 2 was Kings Row, and this was really close. CLG took 4 checkpoints, but unfortunately C9 ended up taking 5 and 2-0 CLG. So CLG ends up finishing in 7th place, so not too bad. I mean, they could have definitely had a little bit better, but getting matched up against Cloud9 right off in the playoffs was kind of tough. They're a pretty big top team in Overwatch right now, so oh well. That's 7th place for the CLG boys. Pretty good for a kind of just random showing of an Overwatch tournament that was online. So, hey, good job, guys. And so we're going to move on to Smash now. That's all the Overwatch news we have. And this week is only Smash 4. So for the Wii U, they were down at the MomoCon tournament, which was kind of like a big anime festival that both Void and VoiDKAT, of course, ended up going to. They're super big into anime, those two. Wii U doubles we'll start with was Void and VoiDKAT teaming up as usual. And oh man, did these guys show up. VoiDKAT 2-0'd straight through their pools, beating Soja King, Shakys, Nightwind, and Cat, KDK, Patches, and Larry Lur and Salem, all 2-0 in the pools. This means that they instantly start in the winners' semifinals, where they faced off against Komarakiri and Renai, whom they also 2-0'd. In the winners' finals, they faced Abadango and Kameme, which was a super close match, but they pulled out the win 3-2. In the grand finals, they faced up against the Melee God, Mewtwo King, paired up with his buddy Ally. A well-fought match, but CLG takes it 3-1, and they were the winners. They only had to win once. That means that VoiDKAT takes first place in doubles. Boom. That is just... If you check out their Twitter, it really pumped them up. They were super happy to finally get to do that kind of first place in a Wii U doubles match, because it's been a while since the two have paired together and actually gotten to a high placing. So that's awesome. Well done, Void. Well done, VoiDKAT. Man, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Wii U singles we'll move on to next, and we'll start with VoiDKAT. VoiDKAT started out strong in his pools, beating Jarvis 2-1, and then he 2-0'd Fart Dumpster. Yes, that's his name, Fart Dumpster. And Roxalina. In the pools final, he beat Rogue Penguin 3-2. Going into the winner's bracket, he faced off against Larry Lur, who they just crushed in Wii U doubles. And in a hard-fought battle, VoiDKAT did end up losing 2-3. So that means he gets bumped down into the loser's bracket, where he faced R Fang. And once again, he falls 2-3, unfortunately. This means that VoiDKAT finishes out 7th place at MomoCon. A good showing and a great attempt by our reformed VoiDKAT. Then we'll move on with Wii U singles for Void. Void had an amazing pools. He swept all of his opponents. He swept Sloth, Choi, Mikamura, and Cody Stree. In the winner's bracket, Void beat Renai 3-1 to jump straight into the winner's quarters. Unfortunately, he faced Nairo after that, who does end up going into being in the grand finals, where he lost 0-3. But not to lose his swagger, Void came back up against Abadango and 3-1s him. Then he faces off against Ally, who he beats down 3-1. Ally's a really top Mario player in Wii U. He's actually Canadian, so it's a little hard to see him lose, but oh well. I'll go CLG first. Then Void faces off against Larry Lur, who seems to be basically anti-CLG at this point. After a hard fight, Larry does take it 3-2. This means Void finishes 5th, which is actually a fantastic showing for either of the boys. Top 8 finish is always welcome in Smash. Really well done, Void. Good on you. Anyways, guys, that's all that really happened this week in CLG news. There was some quick announcements about, kind of like those videos that they post on YouTube. There was also the CLG official podcast that happens every week. That just happened last week as well. So you guys go check that out. They had iShiny, the tank from Overwatch, our main tank on there. So if you want to go check that out, we'll put a link in the description. Anyways, this has been Artrin, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.